Hi, my name is Vena. I'm originally from Rea, but I live in Nandi. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm John from Kornabuan, Tapua. I love listening to Today FM. It rocks.
Bula, I'm Teopola.
Bula, I'm Matanisi.
We love listening to Today FM because it rocks in bar.
Bula, my name is Tisa. I love listening to Today FM.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Tonight, 3 perish in horrific fire incident. Golden Jubilee celebration for FEA. And budget consultations continue.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Amrita Sagar.
A small farming community in Bodhambuli Leka Lambasa is still in shock after 3 young girls were killed in a house fire. The incident happened last night and it is believed the 3 victims were trapped inside the house. Eleanor Turangaivu reports.
The harrowing sound of a mother and father crying for their daughters. 13-year-old Kajal, 10-year-old Karina and 6-year-old Isha, who perished in this fire last night.
I was at home. The one fella, my neighbor, he was coming to load the gas in the taxi. Taxi was in my junction. And when he reached my junction, he saw the fire. He called me that Uncle Rajesh house got a fire. Then me and that fella and one old fella Ram Lochan, we went there. And Rakesh, we went there. When we reached the home, then already house was falling down.
FBC News understands the parents were not at home when the fire broke out. Neighbors notified the couple of the blaze and they rushed home only to be met by their son, who managed to escape but with some injuries.
A small boy, he ran from his house. He called me, grandfather, my house got the fire and my sister is in the house. Go and save them.
When FBC News arrived at the scene last night, police officers had also just arrived and were starting to cordon off the scene. 2 fire trucks responded to the emergency here last night, but they could only reach as far as this spot. They couldn't go any further due to the bad state of the road. The fire team then loaded their firefighting equipment, hoses and water pump into another twin-cab vehicle in order to get to the fire scene. They managed to put out the fire at about 9:15 p.m. Today, FBC News again visited the community, who are still in shock over the deaths of the 3 girls. The parents, too distraught to talk. Police and fire officers responded to the emergency here at 9 p.m. last night. However, it wasn't until 10 p.m. that they managed to locate the bodies, as the house was well engulfed in flames. Police also confirmed that around 9 a.m. this morning, they managed to retrieve the remains of the 3 girls. Eleanor Turangaivu, FBC News.
The Fiji Electricity Authority has for the last 50 years played an important role in the development of our nation. The national electricity provider marked its Golden Jubilee celebrations yesterday, promising to continue providing clean and safe energy to all. Anna Ravulo reports.
The Fiji Electricity Authority has tackled many challenges head-on during its half-century of service and continues to shoulder an enormous responsibility in maintaining the well-being of Fijians.
The FEA serves nearly 175,000 customers. They oversee the supply of 934 gigawatt hours of power all across Fiji and are every year expanding the reach of their services.
Bandamarama says since 2007, over $77 million has been directed towards capital projects through the FEA annually.
The FEA has surpassed expectations in keeping pace with my government's effort to extend access to electricity throughout our islands. Those projects are serving Fijians in rural and urban areas alike, and thousands of our people are benefiting as a result.
The government has funded 50 new rural electrification projects in the last 10 years. The Prime Minister says the government's planned divestment of shares in the FEA will go a long way in keeping the authority competitive and capable of shouldering local energy needs in years to come. However, it will still remain as majority shareholder. FEA board chair credited his staff for the success.
And indeed, we are at the forefront of renewable energy, and yet again we will prove that we are the leaders in that, at least if not in the world, certainly in the South Pacific nations.
The authority is now focusing on successfully implementing its renewable energy projects. Anna Ravulo, FBC News.
The third round of budget consultations was held in Suva today, providing an avenue for people to voice their opinions and give submission on issues affecting them. People from as far as the interior of Neita Siri came to share their grievances with the Minister for Economy and other stakeholders. Pranita Prakash with the story.
3 men of Sawanikula in Neita Siri left home at 9 last night to reach on time for the consultation in Suva today. These men want proper road access in the area.
We are requesting if this good government can help in building the road access to Sawanikula to Sawanikula Road, which they have been trying for the last 100 years back to a few governments that they already lead our countries.
Another issue highlighted by Vua Litui was access to secondary school education. He says they are ready to help build a school in the area.
We are in the process of giving 20 acres of land to start a new secondary school, which is far away from where we are taking our secondary school students to Wadman Secondary School.
The Minister for Economy has assured the people that their concerns will be looked into. For the past 9 years, emphasis have been put on allocating more funds for roads, bridges and jetties.
From 2009 to where we are now, expenditures have increased significantly from around 118 million to now over $500 million, 527 million.
Budget consultation will continue throughout the country. The team will be in Nandi and Singatoka next week, following which they will be at Vashisht Muni School in Navua. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Now, the Health Ministry has clarified the death of a 14-year-old girl in Savasavu last month that is not being linked to human papillomavirus or HPV vaccination. It was earlier alleged that Manjeshni Devi passed away on the same day she was administered HPV vaccination at her school. Sharon Shivan reports.
Health Minister Rosie Akbar was asked to inform Parliament on whether the HPV vaccine is safe.
Considering the negative media reporting, can the Minister advise this House if a review has been undertaken to evaluate the safety and the efficacy of the human papillomavirus HPV vaccine?
Rosie Akbar says a review of HPV in 2014 found the vaccine is safe and effective in protecting women and girls from cervical cancer. The Health Minister says negative media reports have driven people away from one of the most effective healthcare interventions the ministry can offer.
The human papillomavirus vaccine recently made headlines following the tragic death of a teenage girl in Savasavu last month. The cause of death has not yet been officially confirmed, but there were media reports suggesting that the death was due to pulmonary hemorrhage, bleeding in the lungs. While we do know that the girl in question had received the vaccine as part of the ministry's routine vaccination program, we also know that vaccination is one of the safest and the most cost-effective public health interventions that can provide protection against cervical cancer.
An estimated 6,000 doses of HPV have been administered to Fijian girls and young women since 2013, with no reports of any adverse effects. The HPV vaccine is given to girls in Class 8 only. Sharin Shivan, FBC News.
Still ahead, Market Day creates awareness on children's cancer. And centennial celebrations for abolition of indentureship.
हम लोगों में रहते हैं और मिर्ची एफएम सबसे बेस्ट स्टेशन है।
हमारा नाम मेसी है, हम गोल्ड टाउन तापुआ में रहता है और मिर्ची इज हॉट इन तापुआ।
Hi, we Bagels. We love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
निवेश तावरा में रहता है, सुनता है यहाँ मिर्ची एफएम इज वेरी हॉट।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
A peace march was organized by a youth activist in an effort to bring unity among politicians. Lavitanalangi Seru says he extended an invitation to all political parties, however only 3 attended. Sudelpa leader Sitiveni Rambuka, People's Democratic Party leader Linda Tamboya and Fiji United Freedom Party's Jagat Karunaratne were present at the event. Seru says Fiji First Party leader Vorenge Bainimarama could not attend as he was leaving for overseas, whereas NFP leader is out of Suva.
Unity walk where the organizers, Linda and Jack and political party leaders of those parties that are now talking about a joint effort in the next general elections.
We maybe promote unity on a national level, but there are day-to-day issues that people face. Things such as, which I personally feel need to be addressed. Things like unemployment and the cost of living.
And a first of its kind for Fiji, children were today invited to take part in a market day aimed to create awareness on Walk On, Walk Strong, or WOW's Kids. Anna Ravulo reports children from the age of 5 to 18 years also get an opportunity to meet the WOW's family and children with cancer.
These children were invited to sell items they made, baked, grown or pre-loved.
I will use some of it for buying more supplies if I'm going to do another market, and I am donating 20% of my funds to WOW's Kids Fiji.
The market day was organized to create awareness on the work of WOW's Foundation and also get the people to visit the Kids Resource Center.
Like in Fiji, any event that has children in it or children involved, the extended family will come along. So not only are we providing this platform for children to come and sharpen their entrepreneurial skills, also it would also be an opportunity for them to become aware of this cause, WOW's Kids looks after.
It was up to the children to donate a percentage of their sale to WOW's Kids Fiji. Organizers say they will make this a quarterly event to educate more children on the symptoms of cancer. Anna Ravulo, FBC News.
An international conference marking the centennial of the abolition of Indian indentureship was held in Nandi. The week-long event in Lautoka is celebrating 100 years of rich history, culture and heritage of the Girmitias in Fiji. Ellen Stoltz with the story.
The international conference brought together well-known academics and youth alike.
It is not known that there are about 15 to 20 million people around the globe who are descendants of the 1.2 million indentured workers which were taken away from India for a period of 84 years. Now people are beginning to share experiences. We had participation here from all over the world, ranging from South Africa to the Caribbean, to Mauritius, India, everywhere.
University of Fiji student Brandon Shamishar is one of the many volunteers at the conference and says it has positively impacted his own life.
But mostly it just taught me to respect my roots, and it taught me more about my roots, and I'll be able to share this with, our further descendants or further generations to come.
Others have found the sessions educational and inspirational.
I do not have grandparents to actually tell me about how the indentured laborers were, how they came from India. I do not have those tales coming down from generation to generation. So it was nice to hear the speakers, some of the struggles which the Girmitias faced and how they were presented, even in their standing in media as well.
The conference comes to an end this Sunday. Ellen Stalls, FBC News.
Training programs and other services provided by the Youth Ministry are constantly reviewed to suit market demand. Youth Minister Lesenia Tuitumbo says young people are provided training at various technical colleges for different trades. Responding to a question on what the ministry is doing to assist school dropouts and unemployed young people, Tuitumbo said they are working with the Fiji Police Force and Correction Services to develop new programs.
With the police, it is a preventive approach, using both skills training and sports
with the correction service. It's about providing training on values as well as skill to empower young people to return to society and to legal economic activity.
After the break, Prime Minister launches FRU strategic plan. And Fiji football's loss to New Zealand, details after the break.
Warong na radio Fiji One.
Bulan erango pina wa korviri nandi au talitaka na warongo na radio Fiji One na programa ni masmasu na mataklailai.
Oya ochone kurina bila mai bunangoru na makete hinga toka kwe do talitakini na warongo na radio Fiji One kenya na domoi viti.
Na radio Fiji One na domoi viti na bonga ni BNN.
The Manama Blue has successfully retained the Fiji Marist Sevens title, defeating Army Green 24-14 in the final. Earlier in the semi-finals, Army beat last year's finalists Yasawa Stingers 21-10, while Tamandamu accounted for Uluinakau Barbers 33-10. Here are the highlights.
Time score as Army Paula runs straight, breaks the tackle, and Paula will go in to get the try. He gets the pass away for his mate Inia Tawalo. The loop is good, and outward is calling you Navoti, and Navoti will go in. The run away and get the try, and pulled and he got the pass away, and who was there? That's Kato Nimbao. Now, just in front of the sticks. Oh, he tried to kick that away, and Sitiveni Wanga took that and says, thank you very much, mate. I'll take that and I'll score the try. Mbale, he's got one man out wide, and Mbale draws the defender, gets it into Emori Wanga. Oh, brilliant from Emori Wanga, and Terio Tamani will go in to dive to finish that. It's intercepted by Olu Nakau. Olu Nakau now trying to work out something out of nothing. Big pass out wide that time, and Uluinakau will go into score. Got the pass away, and good work, Penny Kurusinga. And it's now a chase for the corner, and Uluinakau hit back. And taken up well that time by Terio Tamani was there to take it off Leonai Kasau. And Terio Tamani's try puts Tambandamu, I'm sure they'll go through now.
A 5-year strategic plan has been implemented to provide a new dimension to the Fiji Rugby Union and help take the sport to another level. Prime Minister and Fiji Rugby Union President Varenge Bainimarama launched the plan yesterday, which involves 5 major goals. Rohit Deo reports.
The 5 objectives have been made clear: fit-for-purpose organisation, financial sustainability and independency, world-class rugby systems, drive stakeholder engagement and engaging women in all things.
The level has raised a concern for the sponsorship for the boys to work.
Bainimarama reminded the affiliated members to work together for better results on the field.
One of the best prospects. The last meeting I had with the government of China, we saw that the place where we're supposed to have the ground is very wet.
The local unions have welcomed the new plan that will take Fijian rugby to a whole new level.
It's a great achievement made by the Fiji Rugby Union, especially the current board members and the president, who is the Prime Minister of Fiji, for the first time ever for the Fiji Rugby Union to come up with a strategic plan which will be the roadmap for FRU and other executives to follow in the future.
We can say that we're embarking on a new journey, and there's a new leaf, a new page that we're embarking on today. And it's good for Fiji Rugby, it's good for the provincial unions.
The strategic plan will pave the way for FRU to develop rugby as a national sport and ensure that we acquire international standards. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
There is stiff competition among players of the Vodafone Fiji Sevens extended squad who are trying to impress coach Gareth Baber. Baber released 12 of his players to participate in the Fiji Marist Sevens and says days ahead in the camp will be crucial. Rohit Deo once again.
Halfway mark.
12 days away from the Hong Kong Sevens, Fiji Sevens coach Gareth Baber says preparations are on track.
volleyballer.
We obviously had the whole squad in, 22, 23 of us on Monday, Tuesday. Then players were released back to train with their squads, which obviously needs to get the quality for the tournament. And then we had sort of 10 players left, which we did a lot of technical work with, and it's been good. It's been a good session.
The Welshman also revealed his plans for the coming week.
We have 2 days here in Suva on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we fly on Thursday morning. We're getting into Hong Kong early, and we're going to stay at their sports institute, where I used to work, for 3 days, where we'll acclimatise earlier than the other teams, which is great.
Jasavere Malua, who is trying to win a spot back in the squad, says the recent Marist Sevens has provided a good platform for youths to showcase their talent and impress the selectors.
Goes for his hat-trick.
It's a good opportunity for our youth as well to showcase their talent.
Barbarians now.
The Hong Kong tournament runs from the 7th to the 9th of next month. Fiji is pooled with New Zealand, Wales and Japan. Rohit Deo, FPC Sports.
The Vodafone Fiji football side went down to New Zealand 2-0 in the FIFA World Cup stage qualifier in Lautoka today. Fiji held on to possession well in the first spell to hold the All Whites to a 0-0 draw at half-time. Here are the goals.
Back to Andrew. Andrew looks at his option, and on the overlap is Declan Y. Benjamin Drover, and a handball referee saying inside the box as Chris Wood takes his mark, and it comes, and Chris Wood has made it 1-0 to the New Zealand side early into the first half. Playing it way back to goalkeeper Benaminio. And Ben now showing it, and a mistake by Benaminio, and gives New Zealand an easy goal. Gives New Zealand an easy goal.
Nandongo Central College successfully defended their title as champions of the Madhuata Zone Athletics competition. The school is also ready to send its best athletes to the upcoming Coke Games. Eleanor Tarangavu reports.
Back-to-back wins, Nandongo Central College were the overall winners of the Madhuata Zone 1 competition, scooping 33 gold, 24 silver and 20 bronze medals.
We are really overwhelmed, and we thank the Almighty. The school won the zonal competition last year, and it was with the sheer hard work of the students, the athletes and the hard-working coaches.
The two-day meet saw tough competition from the 10 schools participating. Nandongo Central College Principal Muhammad Khan says the school will now prepare its athletes for the Coke Games.
We took a number of, I think the school took the number of 10 athletes, I believe, but this year definitely the number will be bigger, and we are going to go to Suva to the Coke Games in a bigger way. As underdogs, of course, but definitely the school is going to do better this year.
All Saints Secondary School came in second with 16 gold, 18 silver and 17 bronze medals. Dovata Secondary School from Undu were third after they bagged 14 gold, 10 silver and 9 bronze medals. Eleanor Turangayu, FBC News.
And in the Madhuata Zone 1 meet, Senganga Central College also successfully defended their title after they scooped 29 gold, 33 silver and 31 bronze medals. Bra Provincial Freebird Institute Under-19 team is through to the semi-final of the Secondary Schools Rugby League competition. The side defeated Ratu Latniara College 20-4 in the quarter-final at Gavi Park in Tavua today. However, the teams under-15 and under-17s are out, losing to RKS and QVS respectively. Well, the Crusaders remain undefeated after 5 rounds of competition in Super Rugby. The side thumped the Western Force 45-17 last night. Well, showers and thunderstorms were experienced over most parts of the country today. Cloudy conditions with showers were also experienced in the Western Division. Temperatures in all the 3 centres were at 28 degrees Celsius. Now, similar weather was experienced in Suva. The temperature stood at 29 degrees. In the Northern Division, cloudy conditions prevailed. Savasava recorded the highest temperature at 30 degrees, while Ambassa recorded 29 degrees. The outlook for tomorrow: occasional showers over most places, isolated heavy falls with thunderstorms are expected. Localized heavy falls may lead to flash flooding of low-lying areas, so do take precaution. The outlook for Monday: some showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. It will be fine apart from afternoon or evening showers elsewhere. At sea, east to southeast winds 15 to 20 knots and moderate to rough seas are expected. The next low tide is at 10:53 p.m. with the high tide at 5:07 a.m. Recapping the main stories, 3 perish in horrific fire incident. Golden Jubilee celebrations for FEA, and Tamandamu wins 3rd consecutive Marist Sevens title. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question, we ask, should fake profiles be allowed on social media? Visit our FBC website to answer. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News, or you can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply #FBC News. Until next time, good night.
Warong na radio Fiji One.
Bulan na rango fina wa korabiri nandi au talitaka na warongo na radio Fiji One na programa ni mas masu na mataklailai.
Oya ochone kurinambila mai Vunangoru na makete hinga toka kwe kido talitakini na warongo na radio Fiji One gene na domo ibiti.
Na radio Fiji One na domo ibiti na bonga ni BNN.